Welcome to the Jeff Canada Show. But if you're going to get your feelings hurt, you might need to turn this shit off. Hey, buddy. How's it going?
Hey.
Is that how we intro these things?
Yes, that's how we do it.
Dude, the maiden voyage of the Jeff Canada Show, dude. You were the first guest. How does that make your innards feel?
Moist.
Moist? You guys, this is Earl Shreds or Dalton. What do we call you? Dalton Ponder or Earl Shreds? What do we call you?
I love baby.
Asshole? Do we call you asshole?
That's what a lot of people know me as. The dick.
The dick.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. That's some mighty big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
To be the.
Oh, well, you know, I try. I'm doing my best.
There's just so many dicks before you.
There's a lot of them.
You know, like Napoleon and Genghis Khan. Like those are the OG dicks.
Yeah, if you want to go that far back, definitely not them. I'll give it to them.
Yeah.
I'll give it to Napoleon and Genghis.
Yeah. They were true dicks.
Yeah.
Christopher Columbus. What a dick that guy was.
Thank you, Christopher. Yeah.
Those are like the OG dicks. Now we have guys like the singer of Puddle of Mud. Or yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know the guy's name, but
I saw a girl one time when I had long hair, and when I put my hair back in a ponytail, she told me I looked like a colonizer.
A colon.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's, you know, we're going to try very, very hard not to get flagged by the NSA or PETA or...
Yeah, I kind of know what not to say. I got unless they, you know, sometimes they update the list, but I've kind of learned the no-nos.
Yeah.
They don't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like, I've come to find that when I do podcasts or internet stuff or anything that's going to be online, what most people are afraid to say out of being canceled or flagged is never what will actually get you canceled. Like,
you know that I have never, ever, not one single time been put in Facebook jail. Not once. This guy.
Yeah, you shouldn't be.
This guy. But yet I got other people that don't do near the shit I do and are constantly...
Yeah, they say the keywords. That's what I'm saying. It's like completely arbitrary.
Keywords like small town.
Like, no, you can say that one. I'm not going to say them.
Oh, you can say small town. You can't say words like try that in a small town. You can't say that.
No, I said that one. You can say that one.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I can't say them because...
Yeah, I get you done. No, but let's try very hard not to get...
No, and it's because it's not a person, dude. They have a robot.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like, it's got these lists of words
I know.
that are like...
Like on Facebook one time I said, hey, we're playing at so-and-so venue. We're gonna burn this fucker down tonight. You know what I mean? Like just saying, hey, we're gonna have a badass show, and Facebook flagged that as, you know.
How long ago was it?
I don't know, not long ago. And so I was just like, or it was like, we're gonna burn this fucker down, or we're gonna kill it, something along those lines. And Facebook flagged it as like not appropriate or whatever.
As an actual threat.
Yeah, like...
Yeah, I'm going to actually burn the venue.
Yeah,
like,
the venue that I'm promoting on this post right now, I'm going to burn the fucker down. Dude, it's funny, man. Like, dude, we have...
I'm sorry, can I get a little bit more volume in my...
Yeah.
Let me get a little bit more of my voice.
Of your voice?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can give you whatever you want, bro.
Ooh, whatever I want.
Is it better?
Yes. Oh, that's it right there.
What, you good? We're good?
Yeah, we're great. I was just telling Jeff how great this sounds.
Well, cool.
I'm highly jealous.
Yeah, this is the maiden voyage, man. We I spent some money. We got a sponsor, Stonecrop Jewelry. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring the podcast. They're a jewelry company out of California. It's actually Eris, my guitar player. He owns the company, and so they dropped some money here so we can get this podcast going and for some other things. And so thanks to Stonecrop Jewelry for giving us some cash flow. Hey, if you want your name mentioned on this podcast, give us some cash flow and we'll mention it. It's that easy.
Mm-hmm. That easy?
It's that simple. Well, here's the deal. I'm going to have very, very, like, I'm picky about my sponsors, right? Like, I'm not going to get a sponsor that's going to try to tell me what I cannot say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't like the DNC.
Yeah. I'm not. Or the RNC.
Yeah.
Either one of them. I don't want to be one of those fuckers. But no, it's like, I don't want anybody that's going to be worried about something I say or anything like that. That's why I love my sponsor, man. Buster Barsh with Barsh Automotive, dude. They sponsor a lot of my music stuff, and they did my last live album. And man, those guys, they're just great people, and they don't judge, and they kind of let me be who I am as an artist, which is cool. And then same thing with the, who is it? The Magnolia Patios and Pools.
I've heard of them.
Yeah,
Great company.
Yeah, they cut me a check, and they kind of allow me to do whatever I want without, doing anything. And so yeah, if you guys,
they do good work too.
yeah, they do really good work. Because David Mills is a good friend of mine. He also is the father of Kaylee Mills, who is the Kaylee Mills founder.
I don't know if you. Oh, really?
Who passed away.
Yeah, I don't know if you feel the same way, but like the older I get as a dad, the more just like a nicely curated backyard. It just makes me moist.
Is this code? Because I too like nicely curated backyard.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Or are we talking about like an actual backyard?
Well, I mean, you should keep your shit trimmed.
Oh, really?
You're trying to go that.
No, we don't have
But
to.
I'm talking about actual physical house.
Yeah, but guys don't have to, right? We don't have to keep our shit trimmed, do we?
Yes, you should.
Oh,
absolutely. It's very kosher.
Okay. Sorry, babe.
I mean, I'll do it for you if you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do them for $20 on the side. Because the music thing, it's, music industry.
$20, $20, bro.
$20, and the venues will call me back. So it's
For $20, I'll get right in there and get the taint.
Yeah,
that's high and tight.
That's what I tell Vinny. I'm like, hey, dude, I'm gonna be honest. You're not calling me back. I need this gig, or I'm gonna be shaving your brother-in-law's taint. Like, you let me show him play music for 3 hours. You're gonna be showing up on your OnlyFans feed.
Welcome to the Jeff Canada show, y'all. This is what we're gonna be doing. I'm gonna be talking about all kinds of shit, man. It's not just be music. I got a couple politicians that are in line to get on this thing.
Oh yeah.
I have a buddy of mine who's a former Texas Ranger that I'm going to get on here. I think that would be a cool.
Those are the best ones.
Yeah, he's running for Montgomery County Sheriff, and I want to see if I can get him on here. I think that'd be awesome. If he'll allow me to partake in the funness that is.
He will, yeah.
That is Jeff Canada.
He will, no doubt. But you got to, you got to roast them.
Yeah,
like. If you get a politician on, you just got to find the most controversial thing they ever did in their poll.
Well, so I'm going to try really hard to get Chad Prather on here. I think he'll do it. He's a buddy of mine, and I think he'll do it. He ran for Texas governor.
That's how I heard that name.
And but he's a comedian, and he's fucking hilarious. One of the smartest people I know. But when he comes in here, I am going to totally play contrarian. Like, I'm going to be the farthest left-wing, tree-hugging, hippie, PETA supporting, anti-gun.
You gotta make them use one mic.
Yeah, all of the far left things that he is not. I'm gonna beat that on that particular podcast.
I think you should be that all the time.
I can't do it.
Everyone knows you as a raging liberal.
Yeah, is that what it is? Or is that one? Some call me a liberal, some call me a conservative. Like, I got the liberals calling me racist, and I got the conservatives calling me trans. What is it? It's transphobia.
Transphobic.
What if you're like pro-trans? What is that?
An ally.
No, we got to come up with a cooler word, like transtastic, or incredible.
Yeah. Transtastic. I like
transtastic. Yeah. How do you identify? I'm transtastic.
Yeah.
I think that it's fantastic.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic.
I think it's fantastic.
I think I might say that on stage.
Transtastic.
Yeah, next show I'm definitely going to say that.
Yeah.
In the middle of one, so much of rednecks.
Yeah. And just so you know, so a bunch of you left-wing fuckwits, we're not making fun of trans people right now. At all.
We're making fun of everyone.
Yeah. I make fun of anything and everything all the time. Like, but I make fun of myself more than I do anything else. I know you do too. You're definitely a self-deprecator.
Yeah, no doubt. It's the best. People really like that. It makes you look more human,
Yeah, because we're all fucked up.
Yeah,
we're all fucked.
And it's a lot of the people that are media personalities that take themselves like too sensitively. It's like those are the ones that's like everybody's always like.
You mean like musicians that take themselves too sensitively?
Yeah. I mean, actors do it. Actors are probably the worst, but I don't know. Musicians and actors, they're the same. Artists, most artists.
Musicians, actors, toddlers.
Especially when
all the same.
yeah, babies, children underage musicians, and then, especially if like the ones that get like any amount of taste of famousness or success, not all of them, but some of them, it's just like, they get a little taste of success, then everything they do after that is like holy water or whatever
Oh, for sure.
And it's the worst when musicians, they had a little bit of success with a great song, and then everything they do is like, the Ten Commandments, and then when they put out a shitty song later, and people are like, "Hey, man," they get so upset, like, and you're like,
yeah,
I mean, like,
that's why I released all the shitty songs first.
I just release them, and they're all shitty.
Yeah, that's me too.
Yeah, I'm just like, but it's like, like I think Michael Jackson had some shitty songs. It's like, don't be offended. You're allowed to have not good song,
Yeah, for sure.
I'm going to troll you.
Well, music is one of those, it's like food. I say this all the time. Music is like food. It's very subjective.
Yeah.
Right? Like some people like their bacon crispy. Some people like their bacon fatty. I personally think if you like your bacon fatty, you're a fascist piece of shit. That's what I think. I think you probably have some kids buried in your basement if you like bacon fatty. But I'm not going to judge.
Yeah. You look at your neighbor's yard, like, maybe that's my land.
Yeah.
I should take that.
Yeah. So, like, music is subjective, and good songs are good songs and bad songs are bad songs or whatever. But, I mean, look at Nirvana, dude. Like, I fucking cannot stand Nirvana. Like, nothing about that band has any redeeming qualities to me personally.
Yeah.
But I also know that they were huge and that, so I got mad respect for what they've done. I don't like their music.
I'm definitely a first album Nirvana fan.
Really?
I'm a Bleach fan.
Yeah, it's just something I never got into. But like
my favorite Nirvana,
Bush, which was a shittier version of Nirvana, right?
Oh, the band Bush.
The band,
not George Bush.
Yeah. Either way, they're like a shittier version of Nirvana, but I was a huge Bush man, so it's all.
You're recording, all right?
Yeah.
All right, just want to make sure.
You want to make sure?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, we're still going.
Okay.
Let's see. We're
Do you like Bush?
Fine. The band?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I think that the first two albums were unbelievable.
What's like the most popular song off those first two?
Well, the first one, the most popular, is Glycerine, probably.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Also had Calm Down, which I actually recorded of my own version, put on Spotify.
Oh, really? Check that out. Yeah, I love those albums too.
Yeah.
I don't like them as much as Nirvana.
And the second one was Razor Blade Suitcase. But it brings back a time in my life where I remember when Razor Blade Suitcase came out, I was I had my license and I was in theater, and none of my friends had their license, so they all gave me their money, and I went to Sam Goody in Dearborn Mall. So remember, you used to have to go to the music store to pick up an album on the night, and I went there at midnight. Waited in line to get it. I bought like 20 copies of this record. And, back then you would take the CD and you would open it up and you would read all through the
look at the artwork.
Yeah, the artwork and the credits, and some of them had the lyrics of songs. And
man, I miss those songs.
Yeah, so consuming a new album was an entire process.
It was like a movie almost.
Yeah,
dude. I remember opening the CDs, and then especially when they like gave you the Easter eggs with like thick.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, had lyrics, and then
I mean, that's a lot, but all the music before then was that way too. And vinyl. Yeah. I think that's a lot of shit is so fucking stale now.
Yeah, vinyl and tape.
It's just so like, a lot of it is just, put this single out, hope I get famous.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm doing. I'm putting out singles.
No, I am too.
I have enough stuff to put out a new album, but it's like,
I'm not saying that you can't, because you're doing it. I mean, this was like your live album. You're putting more than just churning out, going to the studio, hiring the musicians, hiring the writer, churning out the song.
Right.
And then every week going and making a post about where you're at and like your numbers. It's just like I don't know, it kind of takes a lot of musicians and music, it just seems like work. Like,
yeah, well,
it's just you're putting out singles. I got these writers, they write me the songs. I'm on this schedule. I get the songs out, and I got to get the bus, and then it's like, okay, then what?
Yeah, that is something I definitely know. I notice a lot is that people in the Texas country scene, you know, what really drew me to Texas country and Americana was the fact that those guys wrote their own tunes. You know, on an album, it would be 90% songs they wrote, and then there may be one or two outside cuts on that record. But people like William Clark Green and those guys, you know, they write their own songs.
Yeah,
and that's what drew me to
I
that.
heard a lot of people say that about him.
To that genre, you know, and so I wrote like everything I've released up until this point. I've written by myself, except for one. I did a co-write, and then I'm releasing a co-write on August 18th that me and Candace wrote together. And so I don't know, man. You're writing now. Like you're writing a lot now, and you just put out a single. Recently.
Yes, it is.
Called, what's it called?
I'm Out.
I'm Out.
Thank you. Shout out, go straight, please. It's on all the things.
Yeah, you're basically telling you hate this fucking job and you're out of here, right? That's pretty much.
Yeah, it's like
take the job and shove it.
Yeah, the
Earl Shreds version.
The first verse is about work, and then the second verse is about a relationship.
Yeah,
I was just like, when that riff and that song came to me, I had a feeling of just in my life, there were just circumstances of me being like, I'm so ready to just fuck, you know, like so ready to just be like, I'm out. And that's how I came out with the name. And then like, I don't write very personally, and I try to write really vaguely. So I was just like, you know, thinking of like top two situations that everyone feels, fuck this, I'm out, and it's work, and it's either your job or your fucking relationship. You got a chick, like,
yeah,
you know, your girlfriend's fucking bitching at you. How many times you've been sitting on the fucking couch? And to defend your girlfriend, y'all are some bum motherfuckers. Get up. But how many times you've been sitting on like playing GTA and your girlfriend's like, hey, you got a fucking job, you can do this. You just want to say, I'm out. But to defend your girlfriend, you do need a fucking job. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I was in, man, to be frank, I was in a band that I was not particularly happy being in, and I was in a job I wasn't being particularly happy in. You know, so I felt that riff came to me, and then I wrote the song, and the lyrics I just wrote them on a piece of paper, and that's how it came out.
Yeah, so, and you released that as Earl Shreds, right?
It is Earl Shreds.
Let's talk about this Earl Shreds character. So, like when I met you, the Earl Shreds thing is like an entire vibe, right? It's not just some guitar player that can obviously shred, but it's like this whole, I don't know, man. It's like almost a whole lifestyle, dude. It's like it's like loud, obnoxious sometimes, just like in your face. Don't put me in a fucking box. Like, don't label me. I'm gonna be me. This is who I am. Deal with it.
That's exactly where it came from.
Okay, so where's Earl? What's that come from?
That's my middle name.
So that's your middle name.
Dalton Earl Ponder.
So it is part of your real name. Because I was about to say, it's kind of weird to be like, I'm real and I'm fucking this and that, but I have a fake name.
No, it is my middle name. Earl is my family.
I'm just going to call you out on that bullshit. But
no, a lot of people have. But that's why I literally got it tattooed on my arm right here.
No, I figured that's what the case was.
Because it would be done, yeah. But, I mean, in the name, people said I shred, and my middle name is Earl.
Yeah.
And I literally just combined.
No, it's great too. And Earl's like one of those names where, you know, it could be, I don't know, Earl's a good name. It's like, it's remembered.
I didn't know it at the time, but
Dalton's a good name too. Like, Dalton's a great name too.
It is, but but I always felt Dalton was a little too soft for my brand in person.
How the fuck is Dalton soft? Patrick Swayze played Dalton and
that
fucker was not soft.
That's who I'm named after.
Ah, sweet, dude.
Yeah, my mom loves that movie.
Well, at least she picked Dalton and not whatever the fuck his name was from Dirty Dancing. My mom's favorite movie on the planet was Dirty Dancing. I recently got really high and watched it, and I cried. I was like bawling, crying. I was just thinking about my mom, man.
Oh, that was sweet. Okay, I thought you were crying at Dirty Dancing. I was like, so very sad.
Yeah, no, it's just I don't know. I was thinking about mom, but she loved Patrick Swayze, dude.
Mine does too.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of people love Roadhouse. It's just
they're remaking it with McGregor.
Yes, and
It was supposed to be Ronda Rousey. Did you know that originally? It was supposed to be Ronda Rousey, and then she lost that fight, and so
how could she's a chick?
Yeah, they were gonna make it a girl.
Hopefully, them getting. Yeah, that sounds like a diversity initiative or something.
I think what they should have done is take Ronda Rousey, put her in a mermaid outfit, paint her blackface. As the new Dalton for Roadhouse. I think that would have been like the ultimate.
Yeah, with like 3 boobs.
Total Recall. Yeah.
I mean, this episode might blow up, guys.
Yeah, who knows? We got titties on this episode. So no, let's get back to the Earl Shreds thing. No, so when I first met you, I've been watching you on social media for a while, and kind of like just your takes on things are great.
Thank you.
Sometimes they're dumb as fuck, which even makes it even greater to me. But sometimes they seem dumb as fuck. But if you actually pay attention, it's really intelligent. Does that make sense?
That is a lot I go for.
Yeah, there's like a play on this. Hey, I'm acting like a total dipshit here, but what I'm saying is real. And so I appreciate that because that's a lot like me. Like I just want to say what's on my mind and let the chips fall where they may.
That's the way to do it. I'm telling you, that is the way to do it, and not be miserable.
Not be miserable.
I'm not saying that you're going to be rich and famous and have a deal and win a limo and all this shit, but you can definitely be yourself and make a look.
Yeah.
That's all the kids now that, when they ask me advice, which first of all, they're asking me advice. I'm like, that's something, obviously a problem. What do you know?
You need better parents.
But it's like, they're like, how should I act and what cannot say? And what should I say to get in front of the industry people? And they think, first of all, that the industry people is just one subset of group of people that is Texas country because they've never been to California. They've never been other places. So they're like, oh, I gotta, and you can tell some people live in that world and some people live in it and are miserable. And it's like, you don't have to just, keep your mouth shut and not say what you think just because you want to be like in the Nashville or Texas, mainstream radio scene. It's like, if you're just looking to be famous, then, and you don't have any talent, then you got to live in that world. And you can't be miserable that you're having a couch. But you can definitely say whatever you want and do whatever you want and make a living.
Yeah.
And a lot of people conflate with me saying that you can say whatever you want, you can do whatever you want to be famous. I don't know, like, I don't say I'm like, what to be
is famous.
Exactly.
Like, what is famous?
Exactly.
What has made it? What is, because really,
it to me is I can pay my mortgage and my car note and feed myself and my family.
Right. Like, well, I mean, I have different, I think there's different metrics for who has made it. But to me, I know tons of guys that have deals that are touring. Just so fucking long, guys.
Don't worry. That are touring and what?
No, I know, let me back up. I know tons of guys that are touring and have buses and are doing it, but they're signed to these deals that they're not. I mean, they're not making any more money than I am. You know what I mean? And then I know
they look cool.
Yeah, and I know guys that are doing it completely independent that don't have all those things that are making really good money. And so
I've noticed that too.
So that's the thing. Like, what is make it? What is famous? The way I look at it is if I can get to the point where I can roll into any city in Texas, and I can bring out at least 50 people.
That's good.
To me, then I've made it. Then just off ticket sales, I can support my family. I can support it.
That's a great. I could say I have the same goal. Yeah,
and that's
great.
It. Like, that's it. Are they gonna be here every fucking Monday?
It's my trimmer. Trim me up.
Dalton's trimming the tank.
No, it's okay. I never rest his motorcycle up, so sometimes. So
yeah, just let it.
If you made it this far in the podcast, you're in deep.
Just let it roll.
Well, let me get in deep with you.
Okay. I don't even know what time we started or how long we're
I don't know. I mean, this is the first one, and I'm
the maiden.
when we asked me to do this, bro, I was like, wow,
Like, you're not getting sloppy seconds, Jeff Canada, dude. You're getting the first.
that's a big deal to me. I was honestly, that's why you texted me yesterday and were like, "Gonna do it." I was like, "Yeah."
Well, I just want to let you in on the secret. I actually told Peyton Howie that she would be my first thing, but you're way more technically savvy than she is, so I figured I'd have you over here. So I'm actually just using you for your.
Yeah.
Actually, I really don't like you at all. I'm just using you.
Yeah, you can still record. I mean, I'm not releasing it, so you can still record it later. It would be very on brand for me if you recorded it, if you released it 5 years from now.
No way, dude. You're gonna be the first guest on this show, which means we'll probably have all of like 6 listeners, and 7 of those 6 listeners are gonna turn it off after 2 minutes.
Absolutely. I've definitely recorded a few things with people that they have not released. Because they were like, no.
You know what's really funny is I do a lot of podcasts, and what I've noticed is that a lot of those podcasts, when I do them, I'll get it back, and it's been so edited to where, like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, so I just want everybody to know I don't want to do that with this one. Like, I just want it to be what it is. I mean, definitely we'll edit out the dead spaces and we'll do all that stuff, but man, unless there's something very specific that someone says, like me, if I say it, I don't give a fuck if it gets released or not. I just don't. There's nothing that's going to come out of my mouth that's going to make me go, oh.
Too.
First of all, because I'm not a pussy. Like, that's first of all. Second of all,
You've been doing this shit for a hot minute.
yeah, and second of all, like, I know who I am as a person.
I've already said, I think anything you already said.
Yeah, maybe not.
Maybe not.
But,
I mean,
but it's probably going to happen now.
Yeah.
If I'm doing this shit once a week.
yeah, free reign with a mic. I mean,
Yeah.
I've said things, you just move on.
Yeah.
That's why I don't edit my shit. I'm like, because I've definitely said things that people take it way out of context, but I'm like, honestly, I tell people, you're going to forget about this in at least 2 days.
Oh, yeah. Dude, this fucking outrage culture, bro. It's like, man,
Somebody else is going to make you mad.
okay, I want to be really fucking clear about this. Jason Isbell, Jason Aldean, unless one of y'all motherfuckers is going to shoot the other one on the Vegas Strip, fucking rap battle style, shut the fuck up.
10-pace draw.
Yeah, dude, like unless you're going to Biggie Smalls your ass or Tupac, then shut up. Like,
dude, Jason Isbell say some savage shit about Jason Aldean on that news interview.
Listen, first of all, the Jason Aldean thing pisses me off, right? Not because I kind of understand what he's saying, and I kind of agree with that because I'm from a small town, and I've been to big cities, and I've lived in big cities, and I know what the difference is, and there's clearly a fucking difference. And so I understand what he's saying. But man, what pisses me off is the fucking 60s had Dylan.
Yeah.
The 70s had Neil Young, right? The 80s had Springsteen. The 90s had Rage. Who do we fucking get? We get Jason Aldean. Like, you're gonna be our. You're gonna be our.
My kind of party.
You're gonna be our guy. Like,
he is not my guy.
No,
he is my guy. I like Jason Aldean. I like Hicktown and I like My Kind of Party. Those are great. Those are songs. I don't listen to the truck, but on the boat with a few drinks, Jason Aldean's coming on.
I have never, ever in my entire life listened to a whole Jason Aldean.
I like it.
I skip it immediately.
On the lake, dude, I'm telling you, not in the car. I mean, I listened to it maybe 10 times.
But don't you have to, the way I look at it is, I think you have to separate the art from the artist.
100%.
Like, if you're going to be such a uppity cunt because an artist did something you don't approve of, that does not neglect their art.
Look at Michael Jackson.
You wouldn't cancel anything else because like I was listening to Joe Rogan podcast the other day and somebody, I don't remember who it was, but they brought up you wouldn't cancel, like, let's say a scientist come up with this theory, right? This awesome theory, whatever it might be. And then they come out where they were pedophiles. You're not going to cancel their theory.
No, dude, that all our rocket technology is from Nazis.
Right.
Yeah,
So
you think the U.S. military is going to be like, oh, I don't want to build this high-tech advanced rocket that's going to give us a military edge because the dude that invented the theory is a Nazi.
yeah. So why are you taking the Cosby Show off the air?
I think almost 99% of canceling is, I don't even think it's a real thing. And I think
well, they really took Cosby Show off the air. And here's the bad part about it.
Well, that's the 10% threshold.
Yeah, but what about all the people that worked on that show and all the people that were on that show?
It's just who's toxic.
But it shouldn't be.
But they're not going to play.
You know what they should do before they air it? They should say the main character of this show was a piece of shit. And then let you watch the show if you want to watch the show.
I think I look at it though, even with that, it's like those things are going to get taken off the air because they have advertisers.
But no, I get it, but it's stupid.
But it's like, this is why canceling, yes, corporations can take you off their publishing and platform.
You can lose.
But nothing, this is why liberals are like canceling. They think canceling means they can just say it and you disappear. It's just like, people are going to fight, like, okay, you're not going to be on TV or you're not going to be on the radio. They're not going to put you on the radio just because of advertising. They don't have an opinion either way. Well, if people are going to listen to this, people are going to find and listen to the song. But like the Jason Aldean thing, that motherfucker, I'm almost 100%. Y'all are all getting played and he's making back.
Well, but
I guarantee
that's what I'm noticing is but also you can tell where the money and the power lies in this country. It is not on the left. And the reason I say that is because I've been watching, and name one thing that the left has gotten mad about, that thing has lost money. You can't name one. But Bud Light gives a transgender a single can, and they lose $12 billion or whatever they're losing. Like, if you piss the right off, you're going to lose money.
Yeah,
if you piss the left off, you're probably going to make money.
It wouldn't surprise me if like Coors Light or something, if that marketing lady that came up with that transgender thing from Bud Light was a double agent and works for Coors Light, bro.
Yeah, that could be it.
It wouldn't surprise. Yeah. No.
You know what I would do if I was Coors Light? If I was Coors Light or Miller Lite, is I would actually present a can to a KKK member. Yeah. Just to see what happens.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like let's go. Like, if you want, like, Bud Light wants to present a can to the ultra far left, let's present a can to the ultra far right.
Some Nazi,
like a tiki torch, a fucking tiki torch can.
Yeah, that'd be a good commercial. Yeah, the Proud Boys drink of choice. Yeah, I don't believe that. Yeah, I mean,
but it's all fucking nonsense, though. Really, at the end of the day, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy, but it is nonsense. But I am a weirdo, and I do love it.
Well, I'm a fatalist, right? Big time.
It gives me great content.
What I want to happen is I want Trump to be reelected. Calm down, liberals.
I want him to be.
This is going somewhere.
I want him to be reelected forever.
I want Trump to be reelected, and then I want him to get indicted for something. And like the day he's out of office, he just says, "Oh, this little red button. Let's just see what the fuck happens." Just hit it, and just see what happens.
I want Joe Biden to fall asleep on it.
You know what I think will happen? I think what will happen is a flag will come out of the ground that says "pow" or something like that. I don't think an actual missile will launch.
Like,
y'all been living under this nuclear cloud for the last 70 years.
That's where the aliens will come.
Well, the aliens are here, bro.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Man, I don't give a shit. Yeah.
Probe me.
Here's a question. If you get abducted by aliens, would you be upset if they don't do something in your bubble?
Yeah, ever since that episode of South Park where they stick it into an apartment.
I'm going to give you a perfect example. So Candace and I just went to Florida for the week, and
probing Central,
and getting off the plane, I went through the little, where they see your wiener and everything, and I went through that. They patted me down. And the guy gave me a very, very thorough pat down. I'm talking about lifted nuts and everything.
Whoa.
Right? And so I was like, okay, well, this is cool. I made a couple of jokes like, no, I think it's a little higher than that. And, then on the way back, I got selected again for a pat down, and that guy did not like his job. Like that guy he didn't touch the nuts. He didn't pat anything down cool. He just gave me just a real click once over. And I was fucking disappointed, man. I was like, if you're going to give me if you're going to search me, fucking search me, bro.
Yeah, touch my nuts.
Yeah, touch my nuts.
That's right. I mean, don't search me. I don't care about that. Just touch my nuts.
Yeah, I want to hear the glove go pop. With nut, just.
Yeah, you just look at them. They're not good enough for you or what?
Yeah.
But the last dude.
Yeah.
Man, outbound flight, they were fun. That dude reached in and
dude, that dude, the dude on the way out, man.
Hey, look in the eyes when he grabbed.
Dude, he was like, he was.
Did he like?
Oh, he was like, oh yeah, he lifted, pulled, moved, shuffled, like he did the old,
Yeah, and you felt good about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I felt good about it or not, but what I felt was that had I had a bomb on my nuts, it would have found it. He would have found it. You know what I mean? And the second guy, had I had a bomb on my nuts, would not have.
So it's not safe to travel.
It's completely safe.
I like it when the TSA sticks their finger in what. It reminds me of my 13th birthday card. Reminds me of Uncle Larry.
Uncle Larry.
Yeah.
You got Uncle Larry too?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Kissing good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I always had to sit on his lap and say, what'd you get for Christmas? Not what do you want for Christmas? Wasn't a cool uncle. Yeah. The cool uncle's like sit on the lap, be like, what do you want for Christmas?
No.
This guy was like, what'd you get? What'd you get for Christmas?
What do you think you get?
Yeah, no, fuck you, man.
What? Dude, yeah, I do want to say for views, the Jason Aldean thing, I love that song, and I think you should use it as this episode. Try that. The song sucks.
It's so bad. It's such a city. And that's my thing. That is why I'm so upset about it.
And I don't think this song is racist. I don't.
The song is not racist.
Because I've called out racist on the internet before. You can go back and I'm stitched videos of racists being like, hey, you're a racist. And but then there's so many motherfuckers. When Jason Isabel went on that news show, I was like, am I a racist? Because I mean, Jason Isabel he's a name.
Oh yeah,
he writes great songs. And I'm thinking about it's like, I don't.
Well, let me tell you this.
This guy I am.
I'm gonna be.
Maybe the song is. I don't know. I'm not. I just think it's a dumb fucking song.
I'll be as blunt as I can with this, right? I was raised super, super, ultra, hardcore, right-wing, conservative, racist piece of shit, right?
Yeah, Texas.
If you weren't no, I'm talking about worse than that. If you weren't a straight white male, we hated you. We talked that we looked down on women. We looked down on African Americans. We looked down on gay people. Anybody that was not white, straight, Christian male was inferior to us. That's the way I was raised. I was raised that way. And I will say that right here on this podcast. I don't give a fuck who knows it. And then when I turned 18 or 19 and I got out of my town and I started like really meeting people of different backgrounds, I start to realize how much of that shit is bullshit. But here's this question. Was it my fault that I was racist? Like, was it my fault?
No, it's your.
I was indoctrinated into this shit.
Yeah, it would be your fault for not.
Right. And so, and then you stack that on top of where I am now, because I went from the extreme right to the extreme left for a while because I was so put off by the way I was raised.
As is, they usually is.
Right.
Is, yeah.
Now I'm back center. I lean a little left on things. I lean a little right on some things. But for the most part, I'm centered.
Yeah, you start making a little money, and then you're like, man, maybe the conservatives are right.
That's the thing. There's a lot about the conservative party that is correct. There's a lot about the liberal side that is correct, and but that's not what you're hearing. You're hearing the fucking fringes, dude. But here's my issue with cancel culture. Cancel culture gives no one room for growth. If you go back and you start pulling people's tweets from 15, 20 years ago, or not tweets, but whatever, if you might find a video of me saying the N-word when I was 16 years old. And if you're going to cancel me at the age 45, 44, because I use the N-word at the age 16, I have issues with that because you're not taking into consideration how much I've grown since those days. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't use derogatory gay slurs anymore. I don't use the R word. I don't use that very often. Every now and then.
It's total commie thought. It's honestly, I think cancel culture is definitely just secret. I mean, it's conspiracy theory, but I believe the cancel culture is just like communist, like ideology with the phrase.
Yeah.
But I mean, the idea of canceling people for what they said when they were 16 or any of it now is like total Lenin playbook.
Yeah.
Like I read a lot in history, and that's what it's like. It's total, because in the late 1800s to the 20s, early 1900s, it was cancel culture was we weren't allowed to say anything, and it was justified by you're stopping the people's revolution.
Right.
And now it's the exact same idea now. It's now you're not allowed to say anything fringe because you're stopping diversity.
Right.
But they just rephrase the people's revolution.
Yeah, and diversity.
And that's why communists put them, if you said anything, you would get put to prison.
Right.
For you're inhibiting the workers' revolution. And they just rebranded that as cancel culture in the name of inclusion. Yeah. But they really just mean the workers' revolution because they're communists.
And the right does it too. And that's the thing that pisses me off the most about this whole thing is the far fringes, both sides are hypocrites. They're fucking loud. They're obnoxious. They're hypocrites. They want to silence anyone that doesn't agree with whatever fucking cuckoo brain shit they got going.
But it's the same thing though. It's the far right. The far right, it's same.
Yeah, same side of a different coin.
Well, they've been
different side.
If you read history, the far left and far right have been fighting forever.
Yeah.
Like the Nazis hated the communists, and the communists hated the Nazis.
Yeah.
And they fought endlessly all the time.
Right, but now America, right, which is founded on this belief that everyone's created equal and that everyone has the same right to happiness and all this stuff. That's what we created this country based on. And we have totally just fucked that whole thing up.
I don't think it was ever. I think it's been the same thing in America.
No, dude. There were times when we all came. Okay, I'm gonna give a prime example. Right, 9/11. 9/11 was pre-social media, pre-smartphones. Right. I mean, I guess the rich people had maybe the iPhone 1. I don't remember when that came out. I thought that was like 2005 or something. But when 9/11 happened, there was a good 6, 7, 8, 9 months after 9/11 happened, where the majority of this country was united, right? And of course the right fucked us with the Patriot Act and all that shit.
Yeah,
and it took a lot of our freedoms away because we were united. But so there's got to be some level of fighting going on in order to keep things straight. I get that, but then fast forward to 2020 and the pandemic happened. You would think that something like a pandemic happening would be something similar or equivalent to 9/11 happened. And we would all come together and we would all try to fight this thing somewhat together. You would still have your outliers, of course. But it was the exact opposite. And that's because...
But that was the first 2 weeks. Remember the first 2 weeks?
It still wasn't. No, dude. I remember when they first... I remember what I thought when they first canceled the rodeo. When they first canceled the rodeo,
I
started in February. That was before they shut everything down. They canceled the rodeo. First they canceled South by Southwest.
Yeah,
and then I heard they're going to cancel rodeo, and I was like, "There's no fucking way they're going to cancel the Houston rodeo, like the biggest event, biggest rodeo there is.
Yeah,
there's no way they're going to cancel it." And then they canceled it, and I was like, "This is so fucking stupid." Like that's all I could think about. This is stupid. Like, we're gonna...
Yeah, I had gigs lined up. I was mad.
Dude, I lost like $5,000 with St. Patty's Day alone.
Yeah, I was mad. I had work.
Yeah.
Really fit in.
And so we were there and we were like dealing with all that shit, and And I never, not one time, was scared of it. I wasn't. I mean, I could go back and look at my Facebook post, and I was mad. I was not scared of it because it's not like it was a disease that as soon as you got it, your dick fell off. You know what I mean? Or your bottom jaw fell off, or you immediately just started going into convulsions and dying like some kind of gas or something. Like it was a sore throat, a cough, and some people were going to die for sure. But I don't know, man. It seemed to me like this was a chance for the government to overreach again.
Yeah, they did. They definitely did overreach,
and they did. And a lot of people just went.
You know what the other thing is? The next one, aliens.
Yeah, who knows, man?
No, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna shut the power grid off. Say it's aliens.
That's what we need.
And then now everybody's got to get microchip. Got to take you from there.
I think the only thing to save society, period, is like a 3-year blackout. 3-year blackout, no electricity, no fucking watch, no podcast.
No, I mean, if the Japanese just decided maybe they, get a little ornery again.
Yeah.
They did a great job at World War II.
I don't think that's
we just need an Asian, I guess the Chinese, yeah. We need the Chinese to sneak attack like California or something. That's what's going to bring us together.
I'm not a Californian. Florida.
Do you imagine the Chinese attack? The Chinese storm fucking Miami. But yeah, I mean, that's what it would take. Yeah, that's really what it was. I mean,
yeah, I
think this. I mean, I really think a lot of history is like rose-colored glasses. I think honestly, the fighting now, I think people that complain about it, that are just, it's uninteresting. Because it's like the left and the right have been fighting this country literally since it was fucking formed.
Yeah, they weren't fighting over.
No, they were. They were fighting the Protestants fought the fucking Spanish.
No, I get that. They weren't fighting over who should get their fucking dick chopped off. All right? They weren't fighting over.
It's just the new dumb thing. They used to fight over dumb shit, bro.
I don't know, man. I think.
But I mean, I think really, even with the trend like that, because that's a big talk. Like, oh, they're doing kids. It's like what is it, like 50 kids out of a population of 50 million?
I'm not gonna get.
Who cares?
I'm not gonna get into that on here on where I stand on it, because
no, I don't agree with it.
My thing is I'm a very, very open-minded and inclusive person.
I think all this shit is wrong,
and I have been, and I think that what pisses me off, the part that pisses me off, is that I have friends that are gay, I have friends that are trans, whatever, and I'm completely for it. Like I'm about it, right? Do your thing, be you. But what pisses me off is as soon as I say something along the lines of, but can we just have a conversation around doing this to kids? I'm automatically labeled as a transphobe. Automatically.
Yeah.
There is no...
Who cares? Fuck it.
Right. No, I agree. Because that's where we are in society. Right?
They're losers. They're losers. They went to some liberal college school and they sit in a cubicle all day.
But it's not just them. It's the other side too. And I guess that's where I have the issues, because there's a lot of things that I think the right is wacko on, you know? I think we should have individual freedoms and small government.
I think you should go back to the way it was for thousands, where we had just
the barter system.
150 people in a group. And, like your kid, if like the Indians, nobody was fucking telling you what to do with your kid.
Yeah.
Like, for like mothers, I think for like 2 years, it was like you would the mom would hold the baby.
Oh yeah, breastfeed for like 2 years,
but like never let it go.
Or it would be multiple women in the.
Yeah, and they would take care of it. I mean, I honestly look at this shit now and I'm like, just turn the electricity off.
Me too.
Let's go back to that.
Yeah, turn electricity off. Let's beg, barter, steal, plunder.
I have an acoustic guitar. Yeah. I can just sell my services.
I think that if that happened, I would become Negan. There's no doubt about it.
You would become what?
Negan.
What is that?
From Walking Dead. He was the guy that he was the evil dude. I would be the plunderer guy.
Dude, that's during the global panoramic when I would see like like obese, unhealthy motherfuckers hoarding food, I would make them mad because I'd be like, why are you hoarding, first of all, frozen food? Like, you think you're hoarding food? Well, what if something happens? If something happens, you're free. There's not going to be electricity. Why are you hoarding fucking Hot Pockets and frozen chicken?
We're fucking weird.
Second of all, and this would really make them mad, to say, why not just whatever happens? Well, I'm going to have food in case I'm ready. I'm like, what? I'm looking at you. You're 800 pounds, can barely walk upstairs. Like, if you're worried about shitting in the fan, I was like, I'm going to come because you just told me you have all this food in your pantry. If shit hits the fan, I'm going to come to your house and kill you and take your food.
And eat you.
And
I'm going to barbecue on your fat ass.
You're lucky. I might let you work. If you can get in the field and, like, work, I'll let you be my slave. And they'd be like, that's, you're a misogynist and a racist and somehow it's a transphobe, it's like, it's just like, what? That's literally what would happen. That's the situation you're preparing for. You're just not thinking into it.
Also, can we figure out this phobia word? This transphobe? I was under the impression that phobia was a fear. Like you have arachnophobia, you're scared of spiders. Arachnophobia doesn't mean that you don't agree with spiders. It means you're scared shitless of spiders.
Yes, I want more men. And
claustrophobia means I'm scared. First of all, let me tell you something. I am not scared of a trans person. I am not a transphobe. I don't necessarily understand it, right? I can't wrap my hand around it because I don't have those feelings. But I support it. Like, I support your right to do that, right? Just like
You've been called one?
A transphobe? Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Oh, I've been called a transphobe. I've been called a racist. I've been called
on the internet.
Oh yeah, I've been called a libtard.
Oh really?
Oh yeah. I've been called. Just yesterday or 2 days ago, I did a video saying.
A good video.
I did a video saying, "Hey, stop letting people's whose opinions that don't matter or that don't affect you. Stop letting their opinions that don't affect you affect you." And I said, does Tyler Childers affect your grocery bill? Does Jason Isbell affect your rent? Does Jason Aldean affect the economy? Whatever. And I literally got slammed by both fucking sides on multiple avenues saying, you don't stand for shit. You don't have any fucking values. You're just like people in the middle of the road are the problem.
Warriors.
Maybe I had one guy say, maybe if you would start standing up for something, you would go viral. And shit like that. And it's like, so then I released the second video that basically said, hey, I have values. I know what my values are. I'm very strong in my values and my beliefs. But I'm not gonna force those on anybody else. Like, you believe what you want to believe, bro. If you want to believe in a free-tittied alien named Sasha that is your god, and that's how
it is what it is, dude.
Yeah, then cool,
bro. These motherfuckers on the internet, they think they live the most elaborate cosplays in their heads.
Oh, dude.
Like, are you gonna stand? Like, bitch, are you Braveheart? Calm down. You're on fucking Facebook, dude.
That's so funny.
They left. It's titty time, I guess. It's titty time.
That's titty time, dude. I don't even think you can say titties anymore. I think that's probably a word that's gonna get you blacklisted too, because now I don't know.
If you say don't cut off titties, then yeah, you get black.
I mean,
if you say a man should have titties, they'll give you $5 for that.
Is that I don't know the rules anymore, dude. All I know is that when I turn off the TV and I turn off the news, which I don't do a lot of anymore, but when I turn all that stuff off and I go out and I actually interact with the community and travel all across the United States like I do, it's most people want the same thing.
Exactly.
Now, but I do know that there are a lot of people out there that are hateful, man. Like, fucking hateful. I mean, I know right now of a few individuals that still hate faggots. You know what I mean?
I know them too. Yeah.
Like, or worse. And sorry, I don't hate I don't hate you guys. I love you guys.
There are definitely some towns I've played at where my Bud Light joke did not go over very
Yeah, oh, for sure, dude.
Because I used to, when that shit was happening, I used to go, all right, everybody, Bud Light on me. Let's hear, or I'd say, like, let's buy the. There's a few times where it did not go over well at all. I thought I was going to get my ass beat. I was like, hey, I'm just joking. It was a joke. Calm down.
Yeah, that's been me with Cowboy.
Yeah, I had to do it. I said that one time. The whole bar booth, and this dude started running up to the stage. I was like, joke, bro. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. It wasn't funny. And he was staring at me like this. Look, I was like,
people are fucking so stupid. I was playing a show in Dallas, Texas one time, and we're playing Fight For Your Right by the Beastie Boys. Well, you know where it says we're the Beastie Boys, right? I didn't want to say that because I'm not the fucking Beastie Boys. So I would always say, we're from Houston, Texas, fuck the Cowboys. I would say it all the time. I did that joke in Dallas. In Dallas, dude. And the crowd, there were some that were like, oh, and some were like, cheer. But they were cool as fuck about it. I did that same fucking joke in Kemah, Texas. And this fucking douche nozzle afflicted shirt wearing, he probably has the tattoo.
About the Cowboys?
Probably has Jerry Jones's fucking signature on his dick.
he jerks off to Jerry.
Dude, he was like ready to fucking throw down, bro. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, man? You're going to get upset about a fucking joke about a sports team? And then my buddy Tank comes out of nowhere and just grabs dude by the throat and fucking it was awesome. Threw him out of the bar. So no, I can't fight my own fights. I'm a pussy. But,
Same.
But yeah.
That's a real dumb reason to get. That's real.
That's not what I heard. What I heard is you like to fight everybody. I heard you're ready to fucking throw down.
I do. I don't like to fight, but I have a threshold.
Yeah.
And
when's the last physical fight you got in? Like actual physical altercation?
On the street or in the ring?
Either one.
On the street?
Like what ring? Are you a fighter that I don't know about?
I used to do jiu-jitsu. I used to do MMA, but mainly jiu-jitsu. So that was a year ago.
Mm.
I mean, I got in a street fight on the beach. I guess it's on the beach fight, but on the street. I fought this dude on the beach like 6-8 months ago.
Did you fuck him out?
No. I mean, I just got on top of him.
Yeah.
It was like 30 seconds.
Yeah, well, that's all we can fight. We're normal fucking people.
Yeah, that's why.
Fighting sucks.
It does, and that's where I say I don't like to fight people in the sense of like a bar fight with my fists. I don't like to physically get an altercation outside of a matted gym at all. And when I say like I'm gonna fight you, I really mean I'm gonna put you in a chokehold as fast as I can.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I've never gotten to a point where I want to fight somebody. Nobody that knows how to fight acts that way.
Right. Oh, that's definitely a first.
Like when I started, because when I got into music, I would get into so many. I haven't done jiu-jitsu my whole life. Like I started jiu-jitsu like 6 years ago when I started like playing in gigs, especially in the country scene. You know how country dudes love to fucking fight.
Oh no.
Is it fucking deleted?
It's not recording anymore. Oh no, it is.
Is it recording?
My bad. Sorry.
Yeah,
continue.
But
sorry, this is our maiden voyage. We're trying to figure things out.
Right. It's honestly smoother than mine. But that was why I did it. It's just because I was like, I'm trying to get into scraps with fucking redneck dudes at bars. And
yeah, I don't know the last fight I got. I mean, I know the last time I got hit. I got sucker punched at a 40 plug by this fucking douche nozzle of a bar owner named Kenny that owns the stadium. If you ever hear this, fuck you. He fucking sucker punched me like a little bitch. He's got pillows for hands, and I basically just turned around and told him he hit like a bitch.
Good.
Put him in his place in front of all his friends. That was like the last like physical altercation. For that, I think the last time was I knocked a dude smooth out at Sherlock's Westheimer a long time ago.
It's so worth it.
Yeah, it sucks, man. Like win, lose, draw,
especially a bar bar fight it's so embarrassing. Yeah. Which
it's rarely that you get into one where you haven't been drinking too.
Yeah, it's always what makes it. It's always I see them all the time in my shows.
Yeah, I see them too.
And that's where it's like I don't like to fight. And again, the people that I've called out, they've either like said I'm a like if somebody I've tried to find a dude who I told you I'm not going to say the name, but who said my art sucks. I'm a shitty music, and he's like a twig, and it's like I'm not going to punch you in the face and like potentially kill you. I'm just going to put you in an arm and be like stop, or put you in a headlock and be like your dad should have done. Like learn how to talk to people. But it's like don't. I mean.
I'm gonna fucking murder you with words is what I'm gonna do.
That's the best. I'm gonna leave him a microphone.
I'm gonna make you feel like the biggest idiot. And not only am I gonna make you feel like the biggest idiot, I'm gonna turn the entire audience against you.
Yeah, if you have a microphone, that's
and I love hecklers, dude. Hecklers are my favorite. They don't make me mad. They don't make me upset. I love them. They're my favorite. They're like if I get a good heckler, it's one of my favorite things to do at a show is to deal with that situation, because normally I'm going to turn the entire crowd against them and they're going to be getting booed. And
they're always. I mean,
they're not going to.
The crowd's not there to see them.
Yeah, and what's funny is whenever that happens, they're never waiting on you outside after the gig. I used to worry about that, like when I was younger.
Dude,
am I going to walk outside to get my trailer? And these dudes are going to be back there with
they're obliterated.
Yeah, but they're not. They don't even fucking know. And also that's something else that I really realized is that things that you think are a big deal are usually not a big deal to someone else.
Always.
So you overthink things. Like if I was to say something to you that might be a little off color or offensive, right? And I'll go all night being like, man, I shouldn't have fucking said that. But most of the time, you're probably not even thinking that way.
Musicians are a lot of musicians are going to do that because they're creative people.
Yeah.
So you're going to create thoughts in your head.
Yeah.
People say things. You already have a disposition to being creative, so you're just going to start. I do that. I'm totally guilty of that.
Well, that's why I'm so blunt, honest, up front, right? Because I come from a world where people just kind of tell you what you want to hear all the time. Like that's just kind of the way I was raised in my family and stuff. And they kind of tell you what you want to hear. And they don't really say
it's a thing in itself.
No conflict resolution.
It's the only thing that I respect about people in the Northeast from New York.
Right.
I hate them and they are douchebags, but the one thing I respect about motherfuckers from the Northeast is that they tell you what they fucking think.
Yeah.
And especially the old school South, I mean, like, bless your heart is the most classic example. Like, oh, bless your heart. Yeah. It's really like, it's this two-way thing, like, oh, you're really talking shit. It's like, just say, you're a fucking retard. Or,
yeah.
I'm probably, I guess can't, well, you can upload it as long as you're not alive. That's another thing.
You can say that.
No,
we're not beholden to anybody.
Well, that's another thing I just thought about. There are words you can say uploaded, but you can't say during a live stream.
Yeah.
And I'm having like paranoia because, check out the Shred Shed podcast. Please, it's my podcast.
Shred Shed
podcast. Jeff was on it. What an early episode.
Dude, we're the longest.
I think the longest episode I've ever done.
Yeah, we're like over 3 hours.
And I don't really do many of those anymore.
Yeah.
I really don't have a lot of guests anymore. Nobody wants to come on anymore.
Oh, come on anytime, bro.
Yeah, you're going to definitely have to come on. You should come on after this episode releasing.
Yeah, we should. I love talking to people. Like, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get this thing going. Like, I love talking to people. I love hearing their stories. I love finding out what makes them tick.
One-on-one is the best.
Yeah, and so that's this podcast. This podcast is going to be one-on-one only. This is something I've already made up my mind. If I'm going to do a band, right? Like, I think I'm probably going to have Chad Cook band on here. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do separate episodes with each member if they want to come on that way. Because I want it to be like this. I want us to have a conversation about whatever we want to have a conversation about. It doesn't have to be, because I want you, like, if this thing becomes successful or mildly successful, I want you to come back on 6 months from now. But I don't want to get in here and ask you the questions like, okay, who are your biggest influences?
I'm more in that.
I don't want to ask those type questions. What I want to do is I just want to have a conversation, kind of like what Joe Rogan does, and he's a big inspiration to me. Not that I could ever get to his level, obviously.
You've seen my podcast. That's what I do.
Yeah.
And that's the little amount of success I've had from it is literally never editing them and never having questions and just like,
Yeah, just having a conversation about everything.
yeah, just sometimes, they're great. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes some people, musicians especially, they can only do the interviews.
Yeah.
Like,
They can't have a conversation.
they can't have a conversation. That's why. And I had to.
Well, a lot of them are too fucking scared to say anything. I mean, that's one of my issues, Gordon.
I don't think I think that they're just not talented enough.
Dude,
So they
let
have
me
to
tell you
show
something.
that
A lot of musicians out there live a facade.
Yeah.
Their stage show and their music is not real. It's not who they are as a person.
It's like that lady on the plane. This motherfucker is not real.
I never saw that, but I just saw the memes after. I never watched it.
Yeah, it's just like that.
But like, I'm not saying they're not real. They're obviously real. I'm talking about like they are not portraying who they really are.
Not at all.
Right?
No.
And so if you're going to get those type of musicians in a room and have an honest conversation, it's going to be very difficult for them because they
won't do it.
Yeah, because they're not.
They won't do it.
Yeah, they won't do it, and they're afraid that something might get exposed, and that's kind of my issue with a lot of these artists that are doing these radio pushes and stuff, and it's all about
Blah.
It's just all about radio, and it's all about it's all about the perception of what you're doing as opposed to what you're actually doing. And like me, I don't want anyone to think any differently about me than what I live. Like, I still publish or promote that I'm playing cover shows because I want people to know, like, I'm not some famous dude that's touring and touring in my own bus and going from city to city. I mean, I definitely do that as well, but I'm still Jeffrey from the block, bro.
Say it.
I'm still doing
JC.
Yeah, I'm still doing the grind, you know what I mean? And I don't know, I just want, if there's anything that anyone, if there's one word that I want everyone to describe me, it's that I'm real. Like a real motherfucker. And
I would describe you.
And I want to be that way, whether I'm talking to you on a podcast or if I'm talking to, if I get my dad in here or whoever, like or your mom, get your mom in here, have a podcast with your mom.
You don't want to do it.
I'm just saying, like, I'm gonna be the same motherfucker.
You are. Every time I've talked to you, I mean,
Yeah.
the podcast will definitely. I mean, I've noticed. Yeah, after I started my podcast, people, I kind of don't even like. It's like everybody knows me now,
Yeah.
and that's the best thing about a podcast. You don't even have to. Like, I rarely have to explain myself anymore
Yeah.
because it's like there's hundreds of hours of me talking on the internet.
So that's why I started doing the videos.
Yeah, exactly.
those videos so
And
people can get
it's
to know
really helpful, yeah, because then you do it enough, you really don't have to explain. Like,
But you know what is weird about this job? What we do is, and it's probably, it's. I think it's just us or entertainers in general. Is when you have fans that think they know you. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. So
absolutely. And they
when
get
Candace and I first started dating, we were at a dance hall, Rowdy's, I think. We were at Rowdy's one night, and I don't remember what we were there for. And there were these girls that were talking to Candace, and like, oh, so you're Jeff's new girlfriend, and blah, 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 blah. They're like, you need to treat him right. He's been through so much stuff, blah, like, and just like acting like they're my best, like they're my BFFs, right? And then so Candace comes up to me, she's like, man, like these girls, like, you're really good friends with these girls. And I was like, who are you talking about? And she pointed out, I'm like, I don't even know who they are. Like, I don't even know who those people are. I mean, I might have seen them at a show or two, but, and then so she actually goes back to him and confronts him and is like, so how do y'all know Jeff? And well, we don't really know him. We just follow him. We follow him on social media and it's like, like, what the fuck, man? People are so weird. So I can't imagine how it is for the, like Morgan Wallen or Luke Combs or like the big dudes, what they have to deal with on that level.
They got enough money to isolate themselves.
Do you have any crazy stories like that? Like where people think they know you, but they don't?
Yeah, I can definitely, like, I've people, whatever TikTok video that I did that went viral, that they saw, that the algorithm showed them, they attach my personality to that specific video. So if it was a video of like making fun of truck people, they think I'm like this like truck
Right.
content creator.
Gotcha.
The video of me talking about Texas, they think I'm like this like diehard Texan like redneck. Yeah, it's a lot of people just the people that my real supporters that like religiously listen to the podcast, watch my videos, listen to my music, they know exactly who I am. The people that have only seen one viral video that I did and know me from that, you know, but I don't care. I like, oh, you're the dude from that TikTok video. I'm like, honestly, I've become so into it, and I've trained my reaction to go, no way, I have a new single coming out. You should also check out this friendship podcast. Check out my Patreon. You know,
You have a Patreon?
yeah, that's my, honestly, when people come up to me and they're like, I saw the truck video you did or that funny comedy skit you did, I'm like, thanks, dude. Check out my Patreon and my new single.
Do you actually make do you make money off Patreon?
A little bit. I only have 2. I got
2 subscribers?
Yeah, 2 subscribers. Shout out to Cassidy and Ryan, the OGs. But if you want to go support me, please go support me. There are unreleased. There are videos that are not anywhere else on the Patreon that are.
Yeah, I'm subscribed to like 5 or 6 different people, but I've never ever one time like watched anything. I just did it just to.
It's almost all of it is support, and it's. I mean, I shout it out every show. I mean, I'm a hard follow, so I get it. And merch too.
You make me hard to follow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you make me.
You just make me hard.
You make me hard.
Follow me hard.
Yeah, and then you gotta put a comma. Yeah, I mean, it's life, I guess. It's fucking. I have a lot of like industry people tell me that I'm making mistakes. Maybe I am not going viral for non-related music content.
Oh, I get it all the time.
But it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I get it all the time. I remember I went viral on the one where I was telling the story about eating too many edibles.
Yeah, on shout out the Bayou podcast.
Yeah, the Bayou podcast, and that it got like 2.4 million views, and you have no idea how many people got on and was like,
yeah, now you're a weed guy,
dude. Man, you can't be, or even better, somebody had recently gone up to Candace, and I don't remember who it was, and said something along the lines of, man, Jeff's on the downward spiral right now, dude. He's smoking weed on his Instagram lives.
Bro, always.
And I'm like, but that's what I'm telling you. That's how I grew up, bro. I grew up that dope. Like if you smoke dope, right? That's what they call it, like dope head.
Yeah, they still do.
Yeah. You smoke dope, you're a piece of shit. But man, like dope can be many things, right? Like dope is not weed. Dope to me is like meth.
That's how when motherfuckers say that, I'm like, you lived a privileged life, because dope to me is crack.
Yeah, like crack or meth or
like I grew up
heroin,
like pretty poor, almost streets. Like, and that's when motherfuckers like, you're smoking dope. I'm like, you don't know what dope is? Dope is not weed. Dope is motherfucking crack.
You're a fucking dope. That's
exactly.
But man,
some like in the suburbs.
But it's just so funny. It's like you're so far stuck in your backwoods bullshit that you still think that fucking weed is a gateway drug to fucking. Listen, the only thing weed is a gateway drug is fucking Snickers bars and Reese's Pieces, like, or mushrooms. Like I can understand how if you smoke weed and then you want to try mushrooms, but I don't know a single person.
I mean, I don't think it's anything.
Like, what do you like? I don't know a single person that's ever like started smoking weed and then went to the drug dealer and is like, "Hey, bro, I need something." And he's like, "Oh, I don't have any weed left, but what I do have, try what's behind door number 1." Like, first of all, most weed dealers I know only deal with weed, and they will not deal with anything else. Like nothing.
No, there's totally 2 classes of drug dealers.
Yes,
you got weed dealers and
everything else. Right?
Yeah, weed and mushroom dealers and everyone else.
Yeah, I have a weed dealer that only deals weed.
Almost all.
And if I want something else, I've contacted him before.
But you'd be a dumb fuck to sell anything else. They know that too.
Well, like I contacted him one time before, and I was like, "Hey man, I want to get some mushrooms," and he was like, "Dude, I don't do anything but green, bro. That's it. Weed only. That's it. That's all I do with." He's like, "But here's you here's a contact. And so he gave me a contact for this chick, and I hit her up, and same thing. She's like, because I think I said I want some mushrooms and I want some X or something like that. And she's like, I only deal with mushrooms. Like I that's it. Like that's all I sell.
That's a pro move.
And so I was like, okay, cool. And so I got some shrooms from her and had a great time. But I've never done the X or anything. Like I'm not a drug user, right? I mean, I smoke weed every now and then.
Neither. That's why motherfuckers could about smoke. You're smoke, smoking dope, talking about weed. I'm like, dude, I don't know. I eat it every night. I actually use weed like when I don't want to drink.
Really?
Like, because sometimes
it definitely helped me not.
And I would not say I am an alcoholic, but I do have alcoholic leaning. Like, I can, there's sometimes when I have I need some break, like for a couple days.
Yeah.
Like, or like, I'm drinking too much. And that's when weed to me is the best.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, I don't have to drink.
Yeah.
And I think, and everyone that says, oh, if you smoke weed, you're smoking dope. Like, I've literally seen you puking behind your fucking truck. Like, you looked yellow and ill.
Right.
And who are you to say anything? Like, you look like a fucking Auschwitz victim one night.
Dude, since I started smoking weed, I don't even want to drink. Like, I quit drinking, I don't know how many times, but like, we went on this trip to Florida. We were on the Keys. And so there was a couple times when we went to a bar and Candace wanted to drink. And I'm like, hey, I want some girly frozen drink. And I drink a strawberry daiquiri or a margarita or something like that. And this one time I got a Captain Diet, which is what I used to drink all the time. And dude, I had like 2 sips out of it and I didn't want to drink it because I don't know, man. I would just rather be high than drunk, or neither. Right? I'd rather be sober than drunk.
Yeah, I have times for all of it.
Yeah.
Like, there's other times where I'd rather be sober. I mean, I can be...
fuck it.
Yes.
Like when you're fucking. You want to be sober when you're fucking.
It hits different, yeah. It does hit... I think it's the best.
Drunk sex is the worst.
It's floppy.
I mean, it's nice when they're a little tipsy. Just a little bit tipsy. Let's not... Hold up.
Yeah, if you're a little bit tipsy, but yeah.
Oh, if you're... I don't like the sloppy stuff at all. You know what I'm talking about? That sloppy kisses.
Yeah, and it's like, you can't bust because you're just too bucked up. And you're like 45 minutes just sweating.
I don't ever have that problem, dude. I'm a 3-pump chump all the time, no matter what.
I used to have that problem in my younger days. Usually when I was on speed. I mean, if I was doing blow, there'd be some few nights when it's just one in heaven. But
it's so funny, man. I've done cocaine, I would say 10 times in my entire life, maybe not even 10. And I have a couple songs about it. But it's like, I don't know, some people just think
10 songs about it.
Like, people think I'm just this cokehead, and I'm like, I don't, I get offered that shit all the time, man. And
all the time, man.
I get it
all the time.
All the time.
A lot of people are doing it.
Yeah, I get offered coke a lot. I get offered, I get offered weed a lot. Like, people like at shows that put weed in my tip jar. That happens sometimes.
Yeah, that's.
I usually don't smoke unless I know who they are, just because I don't.
I like flower. I feel safe. It's when somebody's offering me their pin.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I go, I came in the package. I'm like, I've seen, there's a lot of fake packages.
Yeah.
Like flower, I could trust flower for the most. Like, you could tell if it's like, what the fuck?
I don't know. You could lace it pretty easily.
My cartridges, they are getting laced.
This one time I accidentally did PCP. I was playing a show. Man, and I fucking ended up going Hulk smash, bro. Like, Hulk smash.
Full cops.
I threw my fucking guitar at the manager. I threw my whole speaker system down. I threw up everywhere. And it was at a gig, and I was fucked up, and I ended up going to the hospital, and then I knew that I had been drugged. All right, I knew that something wasn't right because I don't act like that when I'm drunk. When I'm drunk, dude, I'm just more me. Like, I'm gonna make out with a dude if I'm drunk. Like, that's
hell yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like, I am party.
Back over some Bud Light.
I am party central when I'm drunk.
Yeah.
Right? But I don't get violent. I'm not going to get a fight. Like that's not who I am.
No, that's PCP behavior.
Dude, man. And so whenever the blood work came back, they told me that I had been that was all PCP. So,
dude, it's a scary work. Anybody says being a musician it's not easy, bro. It's like, are we still recording?
yeah,
What time is it?
I have no idea.
1.
We can end it whenever you want to, but
Do you want me to play a song?
that's something else we're not going to do. Is we're not going to do
a song?
Snap. Not live.
What about on the LCD?
Dude, I've never even played that. Guitar was given to me by a buddy.
This is sick guitar, dude.
Yeah, I've never played it. Not one time. It's never been plugged in. That one was given to me as well. I found it in an attic. This was my first kicking acoustic guitar. You can't play it. It got crushed. And then this is the one, this is the electric I play live.
Oh, nice.
I played this through a little Vox AC-15. So I played it. It's a 90-something Japanese Tele I found.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's a great guitar. And then I played my Taylor 818 live. I sold the Dove. The Dove's gone.
Oh, you did? I remember that guitar.
I only have my Taylor 818 and that Tele that I play. That's it.
I need to get an acoustic, dude. My next single, I think I'm the couple parts I want to do with the acoustic guitar. I need to get an acoustic.
You can borrow mine if you want to.
Can I borrow it? I'm doing it. I think next single I'm doing is the 15th or 16th.
Yeah, just let me know. I'll bring mine.
Yeah, I think the first verse I want to do acoustic.
I got that big jumbo fat body, dude. It sounds great in the studio.
It does?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Hey, yeah, dude, let me borrow it.
Yeah, for sure.
Can I give you credit? I'll get Freddie gives him just acoustic.
Dude, oh man, this whole credit thing, dude.
I'm fine with it right now.
I know you are, and I just
it's a combination of people that don't deserve any credit and people who are getting fucked and do deserve credit.
like I'm the kind of guy that gives everyone credit. Like no matter what. Like if you give me the inspiration of the song, whether you were in the writing room or not, I'm gonna give you credit.
And I totally get if I just was in the studio and came and played the guitar and left, and that was it. I just played the guitar board.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't give players credit.
Yeah, I'm not looking. But if I wrote the music,
Yeah.
and said, "Hey, write lyrics,"
Yeah.
it's like, dude, that's at least because there's there's copyright writing credit and then there's production credit. It's like I get it. Maybe I get you not giving me the production credit because you sang on it and it's under your ISRC number and shit.
Yeah.
But it's like if you're not going to give me my writing copyright credit, well, why do you give the drummer? The drummer didn't write the fucking music. I have the demo on my motherfucking phone.
Right.
It's
Yeah, and what's funny is
know what I mean?
it's not that big of a deal to do it. Like
you upload it to CD Baby and just put their IRC number and boom.
yeah, like Candace, Candace wrote her and I wrote this new song Seasons together that we're releasing. And I put her on there as a co-writer on the song, even though she's not even in the industry. You know what I mean?
She helped write the song.
Yeah. And so I put her on there and she said, well, what if we break up? And I'm like, well,
You don't write this
you're a
song.
fucking songwriter. Like, now, and then I have another one coming out after that her and I wrote together and she's a songwriter. And, I sent one song, Fill Me Up, to a guy named Drew Moreland, who's a good friend of mine. And I say good friend, like we know each other. I sent it to him and he like recorded his own version and sent it back to me. And he changed one line on it, but he affected the melody on it. And I was like, ooh, I like that a lot. And so I put him down as a co-writer on the song, even though I wrote 99.9% of the song. Yeah, that's one of those things but it's also one of those things, in my opinion, it needs to be discussed up front. Like, I think that even if you're in a band together, it needs to be discussed up front. If it wasn't discussed up front, like if it wasn't part of the conversation, but a lot of actually writing the song, then.
But a lot of it is just you don't know.
Right. Right.
Like in situations where I was like, "Can I get writing credit on these songs?" Yeah, I'll put your name in the text.
Yeah.
Me not knowing that doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
I just didn't know. I was like, okay, cool. He says it, and then I find out from industry people like, oh, if you're like ISRC number and your if you're not with BMI and tied to it.
Yeah. Well, the ISRC number is song specific. So you don't have an
or whatever. If my
your
BMI number, that's what
your BMI or ASCAP number.
That's what it was like. Oh, so is your BMI number? And I was like, I just thought if you wrote my name.
No,
exactly. I didn't.
Yeah, when you upload it, you actually have to.
So it's like,
but here's the deal.
But it's like I did discuss it up front.
But here's the real question. And I'm not saying I'm not saying anything negative about the guy. I've only met him once. I don't have a problem with him. I know you do. So if you're listening to this,
everything I've already said, I've already made in the video.
Yes, but I guess what I'm trying to get to is, do you think that those songs are going to go anywhere anyway? And that's kind of where
I'm thinking.
It's kind of where
they have made money, and I want that money.
How much money have they made?
I don't know.
Like, that's the question.
And it's undefinable in that as a lot. How can you define how much money they bring you in a live show? But if they are
because that's not where you're getting. Okay, so you're not getting royalties from your live shows.
No, I know that.
You're only getting royalties from your streams unless every day you're uploading your set list.
But if I had a claim to the song, you couldn't use it in a show.
No, that you can't. You can't limit who can play what live at a show.
Through physical force, you can.
Oh, well, yeah, well, that one. Hang on. Now we're talking something.
No. You're 100% right. But
I'm talking about streaming numbers.
No, nothing. I mean,
I make like 160 to 170 every 2 months on streaming.
It's maybe $30 a month.
I bet it's not even that.
I mean, I don't know, but
I'm gonna look at.
But how do you if it's on an album that's owned in one person? But it's just. I'm not even mad about it at all anymore. It's just I have to let it go.
Yeah.
The really thing, I just want the songs because I like the songs and I wish I had them.
Okay, so here's the deal. You have to get...
I know, it's a penny for...
You have to get 10,000 spins for like $1.
I'm not talking about streaming money, though.
Right, and I'm just telling you that...
No, I'm not talking about I'm looking for that money. It's more just...
What's the point?
I had the songs because I liked them. And the fans like them.
Yeah.
I'm not making any money now. I'm not. It's not about the money. It's just.
So take
it's
the
just
songs.
my art.
Okay, so take the songs.
That's what everybody and cover them. But
take the songs and do your own version of them and release them as you're the writer.
That's lame. That's lame. And I think I am going to do that.
Yeah. It's not good.
That's what everybody's told me. It's just. It's more just.
Listen, what you don't want to happen is you don't want to fucking be in a room and write a song.
A hit.
And then that motherfucker becomes the next Try This Small Town.
Absolutely.
You're not.
Absolutely.
That's the fear, right? And so.
But nowadays with the internet, shit blows up later. Like that indie song that the people are doing the whatever shuffle. There's an indie song now that's got 60 million streams. And the dude wrote it. Released it 7 years.
Oh yeah, I get that. I mean, Uncle Lucius.
So I am thinking in that way, and I know the quality of the song, and that's to say those songs are not marketed at all. They're being lazily, and that's another reason why I want them is because they're just not being put to their potential. So, but the streaming numbers for shit like that, I do want it for that. It's like because nowadays you never know, some motherfucker, especially the one is I wrote it as a line dance song. That was my plan. I'm gonna write this line dance song, shoot a video to it, try to get and that could still happen if he motherfucker thinks about doing it.
Yeah,
but I'm fucked. So it's just, but it's water under the bridge, and I got less shit.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah,
that's you know what that's what I'm guilty of this too, man. Like sometimes. 99.9% of the problem, or 99.9% of the people that I have an issue with, after that issue happens, it never even enters. They never even enter my mind again. But there's always this fucking 1% of people that I just let live rent free in my head for some reason, and I hate it. There's one in particular guy in Houston. I'm not going to say his name ever again. That I cannot get this grudge out of my fucking head, no matter what I do. And so I'm getting better about it. And before that, it's like I always have to have one to take their place, because before that it was somebody else.
Yeah, you gotta have a villain.
Yeah, and now it's this guy, and I'm hoping that, you know, in the next whatever, it's going to become somebody else.
Me.
Might be you.
Not me, please.
Might be you. I don't know, man. It's weird because, you know, we are artists, and we're sensitive when it comes to the stuff we create. Like, I know that I am.
I am. That's it to me.
You know, like when I write a song and then I send it to somebody and they come back and they have, well, this word right here, man, it just shouldn't fit. Like, it's like, what? Fuck you, I wrote this song. You know what I mean? Even though they're probably right, or they're looking at it from a perspective that they didn't write the song, and that's really your audience. But it's, you know, it's our art. They're our babies.
My last single, I'm Out. Go check it out. I showed a musician who I play in bands with. I'm not going to say his name, but he is. I showed it to him, and this first thing this motherfucker said is, "Wow, Will can make anything sounds good." And I was like, and I know that I've played music with this dude in a band currently and forever for years. Known him since high school. And this dude said, "Well, he can make anything." And
some people don't know, man. You know, I was playing a gig.
He's a loser.
Yeah. Well, they don't know. They don't know that what they're doing or what. I played a gig at a barbecue place in Houston recently, and they moved me inside because it was so hot outside, right? And outside's got this nice big stage. Inside, not so much. So I'm sitting there playing, and this dude, there's like maybe 4 tables that are taken out of 80, you know? Mm-hmm. So there's like plenty of space to sit down. And this guy literally sits right in front of the fucking speaker, right at the bar, right in front of me, and takes his fucking AirPods out, puts them in his fucking ear, and is doing his phone thing. And I'm looking at this motherfucker like I'm just staring, like I'm looking at him so hard that I wish I was Drew Barrymore in Firestarter. You know what I mean? I could just fucking light this dude right on fire right now, just boom, kill him with my brain, you know? But really, man, you know, he doesn't know he's doing that. This guy probably doesn't even know that he's
exactly.
You know, this same dude that I have a fucking.
Well, this guy I'm talking about knows he is. He's being a little prick.
Well, this same dude that I have the issue with, I reached out to a bunch of my artist friends up front. Hey, can I get a quote? Can you just give me a quote about me? And I had a lot of really good ones, like you know, Chad Prather says some nice stuff. Scooter Brown says some nice stuff. Well, this guy comes back and says, "Jeff's a really hard worker. I know that if I ask him to get something done, it'll get done." You know, like, I'm like, you're not gonna tell me nothing about my music, nothing about my, like, you're just gonna that my work ethic. That's what it is. Like that's the quote. Nothing about my music, nothing about my stage show, nothing about professionalism, nothing about, you know, my crazy antics, nothing about me being an entertainer. Just he can count on me to get something done. Basically, he didn't want to compliment my music.
I'm sure his music is really exciting to listen to.
Yeah. So fucking good.
You know, it's okay. You gotta have enemies as long as you just don't let them get to you.
It's
good to have an enemy.
It's like if you watered down the worst Keith Whitley song.
Oh, that's bad. Oh wow. So like elevator music.
Not that bad, but I don't know. Whatever. You know what? I'm not even gonna attack that shit. What I'm saying is some people, I don't know. I don't think he meant it to be a fucking dick. I just think that.
No, some people are just so unaware, dude.
Yeah, just unaware. Completely unaware.
And they just don't. I don't know, but then they act like they do a shitty stuff. There are people that are unaware, but there are people that are just fucking assholes.
Oh, this guy's a dick.
So yeah, I mean, it's like, it's like, I understand it's totally, I think maybe the wise thing is to just what you're, you know, like whatever, but then it's like, why are you acting this way?
Yeah. So
and maybe that's why I'm not like, have a label. Maybe that's why I'm where I'm at now. Cause you know.
Did you call people out?
Cause I call people out, honestly, cause it's like, I mean, I just, Then the amount of people that have a third of my social media following and the same number of people come to their shows, but they're like in a bus and like they have like a huge merch booth and they've got a team and I'm sure and I think to myself, I'm guaranteed 90% of the time it's just rich parents. I'm just like,
yeah, I don't know. I think that, like me, I have a fairly big merch setup and I tour around. I haven't got a bus yet because I just haven't felt the need for that expense. But like,
yeah, but you've been doing, I mean, you're at a level there.
right.
These are dudes that have been doing it less time than me.
Oh, this same motherfucker. Let's just bring that up.
Like,
so this same guy, he's in his 20s.
Exactly. This one, I'm not.
I called him up. We were talking about something one day, and I was like, man, I just did the math, and I've played well over 4,500 shows. And his response was, yeah, I think I'm somewhere around that.
Exactly.
Like
the 25-year-old dudes that is
like
from
45. You realize 4,500 shows?
Yeah, that's 15 years worth of shows.
That's playing 250 to 300 shows a year for 16 years.
Yeah,
let's get you there.
That's what I'm saying. I have a fault. That other dudes, I'm just like, you got to have rich parents. I don't get it. Like, what is going on?
Yeah, I don't know. We're fucked up. Musicians are fucked up. Society's fucked up. Hey, if that's the motif of this episode is that we're just fucked up, man. Society's fucked up.
Except, yeah,
society's fucked up, and people are more and more inconsiderate about other people's time and other people's feelings, and they're more and more.
Well, maybe talking about. Yeah, well, a lot of people between me and you, the people listen to us. So. And so we into it.
Who knows? Maybe the whole thing will go viral because you said the word retard and
like I said, it's okay to say in post as long as you're not live streaming. You can't say a lot, but in post.
I think it's okay to say it with what intent is behind it. I think intent is everything. Context is everything. I think I'm a proud example. A few years ago, I posted a post on Facebook and I used the N-word.
Ooh.
But I did it very specifically. And if you read my post, it said, hey, if you're the type of person that still uses, and I spelled it out.
Oh, yeah.
Party R, the whole thing. You're a fucking piece of shit. Like, stop using it. It's harmful. It's hurtful. Like,
it's not hard to not say a word.
Like, stop. Okay? That's what I said. Dude, I didn't get a single backlash comment from anyone on the right, but I got murdered by people on the left. And I'm like, dude, it's not I used that word. I used it in a very specific point because I was targeting the people that I grew up with. I was targeting my friends, my folks that I grew up with. That's who I was targeting. I want them. Yeah, I want them to hear that word, how fucking harsh it is. And if you're not willing to type it, you damn sure shouldn't be saying it. And so, but it was for a wake-up call. That's why I did it. That's why I said it. I feel like this mic's getting lower.
That's call me thought, bro. That's how they do it.
And so it's like, I think intent and context needs to be a part. If you're not saying, it's not like you're going up to a special needs kid, right? And calling it retarded. That's not what you're doing. You're basically saying that's a really slow way of getting where you're trying to get, right? Like, like in music, to retard something means to slow things down. Like that, right? It's that word is used if you're in like orchestra or if you're in
or if you're a pilot. Yeah. Retard.
I don't think that's how that works.
No, it is.
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah,
I've never been.
It's in a pilot. Yeah, I'm a pilot in this.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I'm a pilot's license. I wanted to be a pilot before I became a musician.
Yeah. Are you?
I really am.
You're really a pilot?
I really am a pilot's license.
That's fucking crazy. Why don't you fly?
Money. Because I play music. Because I gave up my corporate job to do this dumb shit.
Oh. Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. That's one thing people outside of this industry does not realize, bro.
They're dumb. I gave up a Fortune 500 fucking corporate job.
Me too. And like, listen, if you're playing in a cover band and you're playing 5, 6, 7, 8 nights a week, or 8 shows a week, yeah, you can make money. Absolutely. You can make a good living.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I mean, I was making 6 figures a year every year playing, you know, when I was doing cover stuff. But once you start transitioning over to your own shit,
Ooh.
it's rough, dude. It is rough. And so I have to balance them. I have to balance between the 2 shows, the cover shows or the...
No, that's why I do a piano bar set just for basically.
Yeah, to make money.
Like, and I'll do it just as a set or most of my shows.
But what pisses me off what really pisses me off is that I'm the one writing the song. I'm the one recording the song. I'm the one doing all the work. All of the work. But yet, if I want to do a music video, it's going to cost me $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. Right? And I have to pay that cameraman no matter what. No matter if the video is successful or it's not. And then you go to your radio promoters. This is the one that really upsets me. And
that's gross.
And I'm probably going to go on this a lot on this podcast. So you're probably going to get.
It's the grossest one.
So here's the deal. This is the flat, hard truth for Texas radio. And if you're an artist out there, I want you to listen to this. It cost me around $2,000 to make a song from start to finish, and it cost me $2,000, $2,500 to make a music video. A record or a radio promoter in Texas wants $5,000 to push the song to radio. And that's basically to send out some fucking emails to his friends that are program directors and get them to spin the songs. Sometimes it's real spins, sometimes it's paper spins. I'm not calling out the program directors. I'm not calling out the charts. I'm calling out specifically what it costs to push a song to radio. The fact that you're going to make $5,000 to basically send 20 emails, right? Because the promo is about 20 weeks long. And then you're going to send 20 emails out of a software. The fact that you want $5,000 to do that, and it didn't even cost me $5,000 to make the whole fucking song. It's
shit.
It's a money grab.
I thought you guys were eating money from advertisers. Oh, nobody's listening to your radio station. That's why you got to make your money.
Well, no, there are some radio stations. Listen, I will stick up for a lot of the radios.
They're not all bad.
No, like Nick Russo with the Bull, and he's the program director for KKK. That guy,
they're not all bad. No.
That guy definitely is in it for the artist. Corliss over at Maverick, she's definitely in it for the artist, dude. There's definitely that.
It's just like everything else. There's good and bad.
Yeah, but there's definitely cases. You know, I know for a fact with Ride With Me. I know for a fact that there were stations that were writing down that they were playing my song for the T3R chart that weren't actually playing my song. And the reason I know that is because on that radio push, when I was the 135th most played song on Texas radio for 2022.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
When I had that song out on the radio, I would get like maybe 2 or 3 Shazams a week. And now with this new push that I'm doing with Powerhouse and we're actually doing it the legit way where we know we're getting spun, I'm getting fucking 20, 25 Shazams a week. So I know that the radio stations that are saying they're playing my song are playing it, even though I'm not getting near
That's a great way to tell, right?
Yeah, even though I'm not getting near the spins that I was with Ride.
No, Shazams are a hidden metric. That the real motherfuckers in the industry, they know.
Yeah, because if you're listening to a Red Dirt station, that most of the time they don't have it it's playing on the screen.
Exactly, but they got the Spotify number, or it's like the most rigged number.
Oh, yeah, that's a joke too. It's all a fucking joke. Listen,
all Shazam numbers, that's a pretty good metric.
Well, the only metric that matters is how many people show up to your shows and how many people buy merch and how many people are commenting on your...
Yeah, ticket sales is the god.
Yeah, but also like how many people are commenting on your post. Okay, so you're telling me you got 1.2 million monthly listeners, but you make a fucking Facebook post and you get 3 likes on it.
Yeah, I see that a lot.
I see it a lot.
I see that a shit.
Or yet I can make I have 5,000 monthly listeners or whatever it is. It goes up and down a few thousand all the time. But yeah, I can make a Facebook post and it's guaranteed. I never really post one that has less than 100. It's usually 200-300 people that are reacting.
Yeah, I mean, if
to those posts.
Yeah, my content, people will react. That's it. If I post pictures of stuff, maybe get like 50 at most.
Yeah,
but
if I post something with me and Candace, fuck
dude, yeah,
400 or 500 likes,
easy. Same with me and Cindy.
Yeah, because it's real.
Or my dick.
Yeah.
Get my wiener, 400 likes before they take it down.
I would not do that one day, man. Like when, like the day that I just say fuck it, I'm out. I'm just gonna put a picture of my dick on Facebook.
Like a really unflattering, like super soft.
That's all I really got is on. Like carve a design in my pubes.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
So they all know it's me.
Send it to Tyler Childress DM time. Yeah, before we end though, what do you think about the Tyler Childress thing?
You talking about the video or the song?
Talking about the video, the reaction to the video.
So the song is great. Like the song is a beautiful song. When I first started, I sent it to Candace. Like,
Great song.
Like it's a great song. I have actually not watched the video. I've only heard about it, but from everything I've heard about it, like I'm cool. I don't care.
I don't either. And I made a video the other day called "Do a Stitch." Horrible takes from very homophobic. I've seen him releasing that has shown me there are a lot more homophobes than I thought there were.
Yeah.
Why?
I think Chad Prather's was my favorite because because Chad's big time right leaning and right wing, but he was like, well, apparently, if you work in coal mine and you get black lung, then you're automatically gonna want to make out with a dude. Like was his take from the video. Like that's a good take. Like that's because it's funny, right? It's not.
No, I can't. I can't make a statement from that statement.
It's just
that's a joke.
It's a joke, and it's fun.
I can't.
But you're also not saying anything negative about.
No, I'm telling you what. There are people going on. The people that are like Tyler Childers, I'm done.
Oh yeah,
like you are straight up calling yourself a hoe. You're
not only that. Like you should have been done a long time ago because.
Yes, he did a Black Lives Matter.
Yes, when he did that BLM thing, like.
But on TikTok, I've seen a lot of rednecks that are like, "Well, you wanna isolate half." I'm like, bro, this is not gonna age well for you.
But they don't care because this is why they don't care. And I have family members that are these people. The people that you're talking about, I have family members that they don't care. Do you want to know why they don't care? This is why they don't care. When you get in their truck, they're listening to AM talk radio. When you walk in their house,
oh no!
Listen, when you walk in their house, they're on Fox News. When you log onto their Facebook page, so basically they've created this entire echo chamber.
Stop the steal shit everywhere.
Dude, they have started this entire echo chamber that just backs up their point of view. And they don't let anything in that bubble
that
challenges anything. And that is the issue. But it's the issue, again, it's the issue on both sides. You got the liberals that want to take away the guns and stuff. When the pandemic happened, they're secretly reaching out to their right-wing friends and be like,
they're on Twitter and they live in their Twitter zone.
Yeah.
And the right wing, they're on their Facebook group.
You get this echo chamber.
My take for the Tyler Childers thing is I just did not realize how many homophobes were still up. Yeah. I thought, like, no, I thought there wasn't that many.
But here's the question. Shouldn't that be okay?
What?
Should it be okay to have a negative reaction to a music video about two gay people?
No, I don't think so.
Why not? This is my question.
Like, I mean, you can have it if you're against all types of like PDA. I guess that's
no. I'm not saying you have to actually come out. Listen, if you come out, there's two ways to respond, in my opinion. Right? There's this way. Man, fuck you, Tyler Childers, putting a bunch of faggots on your video. Like, fuck you.
I'm done.
Right? Or, man, sorry, Tyler, I don't think I can get on board with this because I disagree with that lifestyle. Like, to me, you should be able to say that and be okay.
That's a take I hear a lot, and I still think it's homophobic.
It's homophobic for sure.
Because,
I don't think it's homophobic.
I think it's homophobic, and I think that
word's
I think it's a cute way to marginalize a group of people.
And yeah, but that's the thing I'm trying to talk about.
But that was the same. But that's the argument. The same argument was used for decades to not give them rights to marry. Like, I don't care what you do. I don't care what, I don't care what you do in your own home, but I just don't agree with it, and I don't believe you should get married.
Right, but what I'm saying, but it's okay to have that belief as long as you're not being hateful about it. Like, okay, here's the deal. Have you ever in your entire life thought about murdering someone?
Yes.
You have, right? Have you ever talked about it?
Yes.
Okay. Does that make you a murderer?
But murder is not murder.
Does that make you a murderer?
Murder is legal. And no.
No. What I'm saying is,
I'm not.
Does it make you a murderer?
No. Free speech. I get it.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm saying, does it make you a murderer? Right? To say, I'd love to kill this dude.
No.
Okay. Then why is it that you're a racist because you think a thought about someone?
It's not. And I'm not saying...
Or you say something. Like, that's my issue. You should be able to say things like, I think it's wrong to murder babies for abortion. You can say that.
That's different than saying that.
Or I think it's wrong that two guys are kissing on TV.
You can think that?
I think it's okay to say it.
It's legal to say.
I think it's
I don't think it's okay to say it, but it is legal. I just think that I just don't. I mean, it's easy to say, like, I'm not being a homophobe. I just don't think it's right. It's easy to say that not knowing just what that community goes through. The amount of hate, and it's just not helpful. And it's the same with, it's like, I don't know. It's just, it's a real easy way to get out of, like, not sticking up for marginalized communities. That I see a lot. I see it with
yeah, but you also fucking shouldn't virtue signal and say shit that you don't fucking believe. And that's my point. Listen, everybody, we've already established this. I am a fucking open-minded, free, I think, some of my best friends on the planet are gay, right? I have zero problems. If I see two dudes making out in a bar, I don't even look twice at it.
You see that in me. I just me and Jeff do that.
I'm just saying, I don't care. But to me, we've got to get back to the point where you can say something in a respectful manner and that you not be an evil piece of shit because of it.
I don't think those, it's just like...
Now, if you get up there and say, those motherfuckers should be killed because they're fucking two dudes.
Yeah, fuck you, Tyler.
Yeah, fuck you, Tyler Childers, because you like, if you're those people, then yeah, man, because listen, that is not you disagree with it. That is, you're just a hateful fucking dick.
If it's just, even if you disagree with it, I'm like, I don't know.
I just think you should be able to disagree with things.
You should be able to disagree with everyone.
I mean, look at it.
It shows your character.
Look at it my way.
It shows your character.
I'm not a Christian, right?
Well, that's where all these people that you're talking about that say that about, like, the Tyler Childers, that's what it is. It's like, they're basing on it's like, I can't agree with it because of the Bible. It's like, if they haven't opened a history book, I was like, that same justification and that same tone led to an untold throughout the history amount of religious persecution. It's
for sure.
And then started with, like, almost all pogroms against Jews were started in, like, I don't agree. It's like, I don't care what the Jews do by themselves. I just don't agree with it. And then 20 years later, that's where I'm coming from. It's like, I've read the history and people that go on the online and they're like, I don't care what gay people do. It's just, I don't agree with them. Like, you need to open a book and realize how much religious persecution has happened in that sense. And I'm not saying that you're going to do it. You probably will go, you're a nice person. I'm just saying, when you say things like that in an echo chamber, and a church is an echo chamber that you go to every Sunday, and you get together, and it's like, you should just have no comment on it. It's like, why do you just, because then I'm like, well, I get it that you don't hate Tyler Childers, and you're saying it's okay, it's cute, like, they can do whatever they want, you don't agree. Why don't you agree with it? Because then it's like, what else do you not agree with? And then what else do you not agree with that is hurting people?
I don't know. Listen, I'm the guy that's going to stand up for freedom of speech in every single instance, no matter what. I think if you want to say something along the lines of, hey, Tyler Childers, what the fuck?
I agree. You
should be able to say that. I also think that somebody should be able to come back at you and say, you're a fucking piece of shit bigot. I'm always going to stand up for freedom of speech. And I think that's one of the biggest things that, like, we get so fucking irate, this outrage about people that disagree with us. Like, you know what I mean? Where it's like, fuck you, man, because you disagree with me. When it's really, dude, it's about life experiences. And that's my big take on all this stuff. You know, a lot of these people that think this way, that disagree with this, man, they're from small towns.
Yeah,
they're
Jason out.
They're, you know, if a violent crime did happen to them, it was probably someone from the opposite color or from a different color than them. You know, some Hispanic came into town or some black person came into town and robbed their shit. That's probably the odds of it. And even if it wasn't, it's probably Billy Bob meth head down the street.
Yeah,
if we're gonna blame it on a black person.
Whatever, it's a lot of Fox News.
So, but we should be able to disagree. I guess my point is we should be able to disagree, but not think that we're the enemy because we disagree. You know, everyone has their experiences, and that's who makes up who they are. You know, some people experience things and they see it one way. Some people experience things and see it the other way. And there's some people that are, you know, whatever. They have the reason why they believe that. Yeah. And to come out and vilify somebody because they have a stance on something.
Yeah.
If it's not stemmed from hate, right? If it's not stemmed from hate. And I think that's part of my biggest problem I have with what's going on right now with all the labels, right? With the libtard and the racist and the homophobe and the transphobe. Like, everybody's a fucking label. I have a major issue with that because they're probably not, right? They're probably actually
not
human being that just believes something because of their experience.
But that, again, that's common. That's just common thought.
Yeah.
Like, everybody was bourgeoisie. Like, if you had two goats, you were the rich.
Yeah.
It's, you know what I mean? I mean, label me. I want to be labeled.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
I do. I want to be all of the things.
I don't want to be called a country musician. I don't want to be called a fucking liberal. I don't want to be called a conservative. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat.
What is this podcast called?
This is going to be called the Jeff Canada Show.
The JC Show.
The Jeff Canada Show.
The Jeff Canada Show. You have a logo?
Not yet. I'm going to do that today. But I'm probably not even going to do a logo. I'm probably just going to put a picture of whoever my guest is.
Sure.
One. You know, like kind of like Rogan does.
Oh, yeah. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm not really that worried about it. I do have an intro song.
Dude, I can't believe I'm your first podcast guest.
You're the first podcast guest, man. I don't know how long we've been going.
Probably a while, dude. This one.
Yeah, it's 1:30. Well, probably an hour and a half, 2 hours.
About 2 hours. I think you started like 11:30, 11:21.
Did we? I don't remember.
I don't know, dude. It's nice to do. It's nice to do somebody else's podcast. A lot of podcasts won't have me on because of controversial shit I say, so it's like trying to get on more, you know?
Yeah, I just did one called Truth, Tall Tales, and Whiskey, and when we
saw that one, that looked fun.
Well, yeah, but they edited it. I mean, it was about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and they edited it down to 45 minutes, and there was a lot of stuff that they didn't keep. But I'm not mad at them. Hey, listen, I'm not mad at them. That's their brand. That's what they're pushing. They don't want
to. That's what they want to do.
That's what they want to do.
You want to add one, go to the Shred Shed podcast. Or the Jeff
and hey, go check that out, man. There's some good ones. Brie Bagwell has a new one called OnlyVans.
So she has a podcast?
It's called OnlyVans. And
I saw that.
Yeah, and she I saw her. Jared Ray Reddick did one. It was really good, but it's
everyone's doing a fucking podcast.
It's only about 30 minutes, you know. Well, I think that everyone has to throw as much shit against the wall as they can to see what sticks.
Dude, I will never forget y'all motherfuckers that made fun of me when I started doing my musicians.
I never made fun of anybody when they did.
No, of course. That's why I asked you, but they are out there. They went, why are you? Your music career is going down the hill if you're doing a podcast.
Well, I've been talking about this one for about 6 months. And
I know you have.
People are like, I get asked a lot, hey, when's your first episode come out? When are you doing it? What's going on?
This is going to be sick.
So just a few podcasts I just want to give shout outs to is definitely the Earl Shreds podcast.
Shred Shed
podcast for Earl Shreds. Like, that's a really good one. It's funny. Are you still doing them live?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. One of the coolest things about his podcast, he does them. He does them live, and so what you see is what you get, and it's great. The Gotta Love Texas Music podcast is a really good one. Tim and Catherine over there.
They won't have me on them, so it's okay.
Yeah, they'll have you on.
No, they won't. I've already asked them to talk to them.
Oh, what'd they say?
It ghosted me.
Well.
But Maybe you could fudge it.
Yeah, we'll see. You know, I think maybe what it is because
I cuss and say country.
No. They don't care about that because they have me on. They love me. I think it's probably because you only have one song out, and they're trying to get artists that have multiple songs out. That's probably what it is.
That's cute.
I'm just saying.
Or it's because I've said.
You know, listen. So I'm doing this artist spotlight thing, right? Where I'm not really doing it every day, but whenever I have an artist that I really want to promote as someone who's a good human and, you know, someone who's in it for the.
I have 5 songs out
for the right reason. On your thing.
Yeah, I have songs released as Dalton Ponder, rap songs.
Jesus Christ.
I do have rap. I have rap and music, metal music released.
Okay, so basically you don't know who you are as an artist is what the situation.
No, Earl Shreds is the single I'm out, but my music that I independently produce, I do release as Dalton Ponder. I've rap songs. No, I know. I love rap. I do metal too.
I like everything, man. But what I was trying to say is about the artist spotlight. Like a lot of these people that I want to give shout outs to, I'll log on to their Spotify and they only have 2 songs out. And it's hard for me to be like, hey, this artist is doing these things whenever they only have a couple. So I get what they're doing. I understand. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, they want
they want someone to have enough content.
I'm useless to them. I'm gonna get it. I get it when somebody's not famous enough for the right clicks. It's okay.
Okay.
I mean, that's what it is.
Maybe so.
Because I do have, it has nothing to do with content music. I have songs I've written, I have country music songs I've written, and I have plenty of music.
Well, they're not even just about country. I mean, they're just about Texas music, period. Doesn't matter what.
Yeah, but it's click. It's fine. They're not the only ones that have ghosted me.
Oh yeah. All I'm trying to tell you is I know them personally, and I know that has nothing to do with your image. I just know that. Now, other people, yeah, probably the same people that won't have me on, like, because you can't.
I've said some pretty raunchy shit on the internet. I think that's it.
Fuck, man, so have I.
No, I've said some really.
Yeah, me too.
Like really bad. Like, I murdered a kid on the dark web.
Stupid.
Like, one of those Taliban beheading videos.
Jesus Christ.
You might have seen me in the back just saying, "What's up?"
Fucking idiot.
No, I mean, have me on. A lot of it is I'm not famous enough. I don't even know what that means. Just have me on. Please, just have me on.
Okay, please. I'll talk to them and see if I can make that happen.
If I just want to do more stuff. Like, I just want to do more podcasts.
Well, be more.
They're soft.
Well, dude, just be more cool.
They're soft. A lot of them are.
Yeah, well,
a lot of the podcasts are so. And then there is, bro, you'll come to find the same dynamic that exists between musicians. Some musicians, this beef, like jealousy beef, it exists in the exact same way, if not worse, between podcasts.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm not going to do that.
I know you won't, but just be ready. Like, because there were a lot of potential podcasts I was going to be on, and then I started mine, and that went away.
Yeah.
And they were like,
I'm not going to do that. I mean, like, I have a lot of friends that are doing it, and I don't know, man. I think the reason you're not asked on is because you're just not cool enough.
I think that might. I mean, I've been told that since I was in 3rd grade. So
I think really it's because you have nothing to offer other than long hair and some semi-good
and very controversial clips
and some semi-good guitar licks.
Yeah. See, they don't know how to clip. They don't know how to clip me right. That's what they're not doing right. Is they're not taking my controversial. They're taking it out and not clipping it.
Oh fuck! I think we need to end this thing because I think we're fishing now.
Yeah, I love fishing. This was the first podcast.
Yeah, this is the first episode. Thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate it.
No problem. I love it.
So, all right, do you have some more singles coming out?
I have another single. I'm going to the studio on the 15th, so probably a month from now I bet it'll be out.
Cool, man.
And I have a reggae single. I don't know if I have it. I just need to mix it and master it. I don't know if I should drop it under Earl Shreds or Dalton Ponder. But I do have a rap song for real. If you go to Spotify, you type in Dalton Ponder, I have a rap song out called So Tight. And then I have a lot more music on my SoundCloud. That I have a lot of sick metal music.
Dude, if you find it, like, look him up on MySpace, man. You'll see some really rad
I've changed my profile song to Jeff Canada.
Hey,
back to Texas.
Yeah, and if you want to get in touch with them, you go to AOL Messenger.
You can send me a raven.
Fucking messenger.
Yeah, it's messenger. All right.
So we're gonna start a smoke signals podcast.
Yeah, we're just gonna hotbox this room. Hey, if you're ever down to do one of those fun cams.
Speaking of that, I really wanted to do that today. Sorry, bro. Damn. My problem is I washed my pen and it won't work now, so I got to figure things out. I do have some flour. Maybe we can light that shit up next time.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we'll do that next time.
We can. I didn't even think about it.
Hope I don't get arrested. I'm not in Texas recording this.
Yeah, I'm in outer space.
I'm at your mom's house in Seattle. Does this couch look familiar?
Yeah, you might have seen this couch in a couple of videos on a different website. Don't mind the stains.
Holy fuck.
All right, this was a good one, bro.
Thank you, man. Yeah, thanks for coming on, dude. Love you, bro.
Yeah, check out if you listen this far, thank you. I love you.
Out.